Hi everyone and welcome back. Today's video is going to be a product demo and review. And the two products that I am reviewing today are the Mally, this is the Ever Color Poreless Face Defender. And this is the, by Benefit, the Professional License to Blot. Now I had this in I think this was in my sample declutter for like pore minimizers, primers, and a couple of people had asked me what my thoughts were on this. And at the time I hadn't really tested this out. I was going away, and then so I sort of tested it out from when I went away and then a few weeks after that. So I'm just back here to do a review. Alright, let's first talk about Mally. And if I look down, I have my little notes. And honestly, the notes that I took as far as what the claims were and all that are really from Ulta's website in like the product description. But so it comes in this little box right here. This is the compact. So it's a nice, nice casing and all that. It has 13 grams of product in here. When you open it, it comes with a nice size mirror, not to blind you. And here's the actual product. It does have a silicone feel to it, but that's what that looks like there. And this is $40 at Ulta. When I did purchase this though, I got it from the 28 Days of Beauty at Ulta, and I think it was, I want to say it was at least maybe half off or maybe like $25. It was around there, but I didn't pay the full $40 for this. So for this one, the claims are that it diffuses the look of pores, it minimizes fine lines, it makes makeup last from the morning till at night, it gives a flawless matte finish. It also comes with this buffed edge Japanese sponge. So it basically looks like a triangle. It's nice and soft. It does wash really well. Mine's a little bit dirty right now because I was using it, but it does wash well. I use the same things that I use for, I use the solid, the beauty cleanser for the beauty blender, and that works really good. So it does get nice and clean. It's nice and soft. But yeah, there's nothing to put this in, which is my only downfall as far as the packaging with this. It's just obviously if you put this in your makeup bag or to bring it with you, this is sort of stuck by itself. So I don't really like that for it. But so that is it for the Mally. Now for the Professional by Benefit, this is the License to Blot. It does come in a tube, which is obviously in a bigger tube, and it's a 0.15 ounce for full size. And that goes for $20 at Ulta. This one right here is a 0.05 ounce, but it's a stick tubing like that. It has the same texture as the Mally one, like that silicone feel. And for this one, it says it uses invisible blotting spheres that target oily spots, and it mattifies shine for up to 6 hours after application. So for this one, you're supposed to use obviously more as like a touch-up. I did try this when I first used it, and I did actually for the both of them when I was testing them out. I did like a few days where I just used this underneath my foundation. I did that for a couple of days on both products, and then I did it with using it underneath my foundation and then using this as a touch-up, because that's what really it's used for. I just wanted to see, if you used it different ways, how it would work. So I used it for touching up. And then I used it just plainly where I would do my makeup my normal way, and then just use this only as like a touch-up. So I did use it 3 different ways, both of the products. So I'm just going to do like a demo real quick just to show you what it looks like. My skin right now is very oily. It is, let's see. So hopefully you can see it's 410 right now. Now for today's makeup that I did my makeup my normal way, used, a primer underneath my foundation. The only thing that I did was that I did finish it with this, because that's what this is supposed to basically be more of, is a finishing product, so you don't have to do finishing, like use a setting powder. So that's how I used this for, was like to set all of my makeup. So I didn't use any kind of powder on top. I just set my whole makeup with this. But you can use this again to touch up or do touch-ups throughout the day. So that's what I'm going to do like right now. Now, what time did I say it is? It's 4:11 right now. When I did my makeup, it was 11 o'clock. So I've had my makeup on right now for 5 hours, and you can see, you know, I am getting oily. I'll zoom in so you can see. Yes, I'm not really that comfortable with zooming in this close, but obviously for this video, I sort of gotta be. So here I am with all of my lovely imperfections. Alright, so what we'll do is on the left side, we'll go ahead and do the Mally, and then on the right side, we'll go ahead and do the License to Blot. And as you can see, I'm very oily right here, around my T-zone, my chin, my forehead right here. That is where I'm most oily. It doesn't honestly matter what I do, within a few hours, I get very oily anyway. But you can see, like I said, all the, you know, basically the oil. You can see my pores. So yeah, that's all of that. So let's see. So for this one, the Mally, you're supposed to just take the product, try not to blind you, take the product, swirl it in, and then just use dabbing motions. So, and then right away you can see it takes away that shine. It does minimize the look of my pores. And it does mattify it. So I just go all around my face because I really honestly am oily everywhere, but of course in my T-zone is mostly where I'm the most oily. Go around my nostril area. And again, just do dabbing motions. So, I don't know if you can tell the difference. I mean, I can tell from my mirror. Everything is mattified right here. My pores don't look as large as they do over here. And it does. It takes away that shine. And so I'll use the other side with the License to Blot. Now with this, you're supposed to just use short, swift strokes. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that. And as you can see, the product, it stays on my face. You can't just use this without doing anything else to it. I don't know if you can tell, like the tip of my nose, it's sort of moving my makeup around. So with this one, what I've had to do is go in with my finger and basically pat it in. And that seems to help with that, but I don't, again, like how like on my nose, you know, it's taking my foundation off. I mean, it does take a little bit of the makeup off with the sponge, but I guess I feel like the sponge is just, you know, that sponge is, it's absorbing the oil, where this, it's like I'm using my hands and, I don't know. I'm just not crazy about the application of this. So that is this side. So, I mean, it does, you know, it does the same thing. It does minimize my pores. It does mattify it. I think this side mattifies it a little bit more than this one. But, I mean, looking at it, I don't think anybody would be able to really tell that I have two different products on my face. You guys let me know, like, what you think in the camera. But I'm just saying, looking in the mirror right now, I mean, the only thing I would say is this is still a little bit more where it feels like I still have oil on my face, where this does feel powdery. So I would say that was the biggest difference right now. So again, it's like about 4:15. I'm gonna go and just do things that I gotta do for today. I'm actually filming another video. I'm filming my little mommy what's cooking video, because I haven't done one of those in a while. I want to get back to doing that. So I'll be doing that downstairs. But I want to just come back up here and maybe check in a few hours just to show you the results and how it's looking. Because the Mally one says that it's supposed to basically set your makeup and all that and keep everything nice and mattified from in the AM or from the morning till at night. And then the License to Blot is supposed to keep you basically matte looking for up to 6 hours. So we'll see how it goes. I do get, like I tell you guys all the time, I do have a very, very oily T-zone area. So, you know, the product might wear off a little bit quicker on me than maybe somebody else that's a little bit more dry, but we'll check in and see how it's looking. So we'll be back in a little bit. 6:17, hopefully you can see that. I can't remember what time, if it was 3:15 or if it was 4:15 when I started. But anyway, it's been at least 2 hours, if not 3, and just wanted to go in close and just show you what my skin is looking like. I mean, as you can see, I'm getting oily again around this area. My pores are coming through a lot more. They're looking larger. You can see the oil hopefully around my chin and over on my forehead in this area right here. So it's been 2 to 3 hours, and I would probably go ahead and blot because, I mean, to me, like I said, I don't know how it's showing in the camera, but just looking in front of the mirror, it's a little too oily for me. So I like to, again, try to stay matte because I feel like when my skin looks very oily, it just looks greasy, and not only that, I just feel like my pores look extremely large. So this is when I would go ahead and do a little blotting. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom out and then just tell you my thoughts of the products real quick. Alright, now as far as for the Mally, as far as for the pores and the oiliness, again, when you go and pat it on first thing, it does take away the oiliness. It does go ahead and diminish the pores. As far as fine lines and wrinkles, I really didn't pay too much attention to that because other than like right over here, I mean, I don't really have wrinkly skin or fine lines right now. I mean, like I said, I have a little bit over here, but it's nothing that bothers me. It's more of the oiliness and my pores. So, I mean, it's been, I checked again the time, but it's at least been 2 hours. So, for them to claim that it's going to, you know, just stay matte and everything from the morning till at night or AM to PM, that's just not the case for me. And as far as for the license to blot, it's the same thing. It's talking about mattifying and the pores diminishing. It's the same thing. Within a couple of hours, I would have to go ahead and reuse this again. Now, for this, again, the packaging, it is convenient, but I just, when applying, I would still have to use my fingers, and I would prefer this like a sponge because I feel like the sponge is absorbing some of that oil rather than using my fingers. My final thoughts of these two products. This one, would I purchase, since this is a sample? I would not purchase this. And as far as this, would I repurchase this? And my answer is no. I just feel like they honestly both do the same thing. They just different packaging. This is a compact with a sponge, which like I said, I just prefer because of the sponge. But this is, I think, more convenient to put in your purse and, you know, grab and go. But I think they both do the same thing. There is a $20 price difference. But as far as would I go for one versus the other, I honestly really wouldn't. I would just stick to what I'm doing now, which is my little blotting tissues. I just think with what it does to my skin, which is, you know, keeping my skin look matte as well as my pores being a little bit diminished, I get that from using my blotting tissues. I mean, I have to usually blot every few hours. And obviously with this, it only lasted 2, I think 3 hours before I would have to blot anyway. So that's just my thing. The blotting tissues are easy for me. I put them in my purse. They go with me wherever I go. And I don't have to worry about, you know, keeping the sponge somewhere clean because there's no packaging really for it, and lugging this around, which is, you know, a pretty good little weight. And the stick with just, you know, going on my skin like this. With the tissues, I just blot it and that's it. I throw the tissues away. So for me, this is a, you know, not a repurchase or a purchase for me. Now, maybe if you are not as oily as I am, this would be something that would be good for you, but my skin is just way too oily, especially my T-zone area. It's way too oily. I produce so much oil, so I need something that's going to, you know, do what it says, which is, you know, keep me mattified and keep my pores looking minimized for longer than 2 hours. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back with another review. I don't know which one I'm going to put up first, but yeah, I wanted to start doing more reviews and stuff like that. But I will leave all the information down below if you are curious or if you want to check it out yourself. And if you have one of these or if you've tried them, please let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on how it's working for you. I do have another one of these in my little sample stash. So I will be decluttering it because it's just, again, not something that I will use. I mean, I'll finish this little stick up. I have a little bit left to go. I'll finish that up. But after that, I will be getting rid of the other one that I have. I just don't care for it. So that is it. I hope you guys are having a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Mwah. I feel like the look that it gives me as far as keeping my matte face, I would just say that as far as the look that it gives me with keeping my skin.
You know what you're doing?
Oh, God. I don't know where I stop now.